Hi, before we begin, I'd like to thank you for agreeing to do the interview with me for my peer leadership programme and the Respect Project. Um, what was your childhood like?
I grew up in Point Road. I had two sisters and four brothers. I had a good childhood.
What did you get up to during your childhood?
Well, it was a very normal childhood. It was like, you're talking about in the 60s. So we had a walk to school, walked up that Point Road on our own to school. We played outside. We didn't live in the house like you would do now. Outside was where you were called in for your meals every day, but you played outside. It was completely different to what you used to do now.
And was line dancing a big thing during your childhood?
No, it was Irish dancing. We would have done Irish dancing, and I would have done verse speaking. But no, there was no line dancing about then.
Did you get involved in dancing at a young age?
Well, like all kids, we all did Irish dancing, but I didn't get involved in the line dancing until 1995.
How did you get involved in the line dancing?
It was just a craze then. Everybody was doing it. There was a film came out. I can't remember what the name of it was, but that's why they say line dancing just went crazy, and everybody was teaching it. And I started teaching with Damien Brady, and it all started from there.
I'm aware that you're the founder of Academy Dance Studio in Newry. Was opening a studio something you always wanted to do?
When I started teaching in 1995, 96, all the groups had names, and I was the Tennessee line dancers. I taught in Banbridge and Kilkeel, and then once I got involved in teaching competitions stuff, we sort of needed a venue. We needed a venue with mirrors, and that was unheard of, So that's when I opened the Academy Dance Studio, and that was in 2004.
And were you the one teaching?
Yes, I was. Believe it or not, I was teaching, but in later years with the arthritis, I couldn't. I can't do it.
Could you tell me a bit about the travelling you do for dancing?
Well, I have been so lucky with the travelling. Like, I started judging and that when it was 24 years ago, and I have travelled everywhere. I would never have believed I would have been so lucky to travel. I've been to Taiwan, to the it was the sports championships. It wasn't sports, Olympic championships, and I've been to all over Europe. Last year I was in South Africa and Bali, Indonesia. I've just been so lucky, and all over America. The UCWDC World Championships are held in America, and I go there every year.
Yes. And how did you get involved in judging?
I had a friend who started. I run the Shamrocks, as you know, and another friend run a French event, the City of Light, and she was doing her judging exams, and she was pushing me. I said, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to judge. So in the end, she talked me into it. I had to do all the courses and do my exams. I did the exams 24 years ago. So here I am.
What has your biggest achievement been in your dance career?
Well, come back, even just in December, January there, we had 80 Irish at the World Championships in Orlando, and I was just so proud of them all. They all did amazing. 20 years ago, we had a team, and they won, an Irish team, Team Ireland, and we had a Team Ireland 20 years ago, and they were in Nashville, and it was sort of 20 years on with another Team Ireland, so it was great to see it.
What do you miss most about not being able to dance yourself?
Well, I did enjoy dancing, but because of the arthritis now, I haven't been able to do it for quite a while. But I don't feel I miss out, because I still get to travel judging. I still have the social aspect. I still have time to talk to everybody, and I'm still very much involved. Yeah. But I don't come off the floor sweating. My hair doesn't be flat after dancing all night.
What do you enjoy most about judging and being judged?
I enjoy the travelling, and you learn when you're judging too. You're never too old to learn. You know, you're learning as you're watching dancers. You're learning that looked better. That looked well. You know, and I love the judging line and country dance. It's not the same as you would go into the ballroom. The judging of line and country, you're friends with the dancers.
Yeah.
You know, there's a great rapport with you and the dancers. And at the same time, when you judge, your name's on the judges' sheets. The competitor can see how you place them, and they can go back to you and ask. You know, so it's very open. You know, but you know, it's the friends you meet in the dancing.
If you could give one piece of advice to someone my age wanting to start competitive line dancing, what would you have?
It's all about practice and really getting into the technique of it. You know, it's not about just going out there and dancing. You have to learn the technique of each dance. You know, years ago, line dancing was just all about steps. It's not now. You know yourself. If you walk into, and anybody that walks into a competition, a line dance competition, they'll say, "Is this ballroom?" It's not like it's not line dancing how it's interpreted.
Thank you so much, Anne, for coming today.
No bother.